So these kept recurring and I was just getting pissed. And then there was one dream that spoke for them all, and it had nothing to do with the test, but it had everything to do with it. It was like my future self and my inner self. They're like, all right, what are we gonna do? This guy just doesn't get it. I was upset. It was probably 3 o'clock in the morning, who knows? I was frustrated, I was confused. The only thing on my mind was, I can never let that happen again. All right, welcome to the New Age Human Podcast, where we empower entrepreneurial empaths to become successful conscious creators by diving into alternative health, mindfulness, and innovative technology solutions. I'm your host, John Stasio, and I'm excited to have you join me here for part 2 of our transformative 4-part series on dream analysis. Today, we're diving deep into the world of recurring dreams. Now, if you're an entrepreneurial empath or conscious creator, seeker, you're going to find this episode particularly enlightening. Why? Because recurring dreams often pop up during times of stress or transition. I straight up woke up in a cold sweat. I was like, this is never going to happen again. You're going to enjoy this one. So also a special bonus at the end for you. So stick with me. And if you want to support the show, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and join the newsletter for sneak peeks and heads up notice on future projects to support you as a current or aspiring entrepreneurial empath, conscious creator, someone who's building a conscious business to help the world become a better place. Let's get to the show. Now, let's start off with, what is a recurring dream? I think this is actually a more common one, but I'm just going to make sure everybody's on the same page here. These are the dreams that seem to play a loop night over night. It's like your subconscious is putting you on a rerun of a TV show, except the show is all about you. Now, you might be wondering, how are recurring dreams different from any other dream I might have? Well, the difference lies in repetition, right? So while most dreams are a one-time screening, recurring dreams are more like a TV series with multiple episodes that just keeps on repeating. Think Groundhog's Day, but it changes a little bit each time, but it's like the same freaking day. I love that movie, but I don't want to live that. So let's continue. So they keep coming back, often with the same storyline or theme. And we're going to go into themes later in this episode, so stick with me here. I'm just covering the grounds. But here's where it gets interesting. Recurring dreams aren't just random reruns. They're messages from your subconscious mind. They're trying to tell you something important that you've been overlooking or avoiding in your waking life, right? We have 2 lives now. Yes. So if you've been experiencing recurring dreams, it's not something to brush off. It's a call to action from your inner self, urging you to confront something that needs your attention, whether it's a business challenge, a personal issue, or even an untapped opportunity. Those would be gems. So if you're intrigued, and I bet you are, stay with me as we dive deeper into how to analyze these dream sequences. So into common themes in recurring dreams. That rhymed. That was pretty cool. So now we know what a recurring dream is, but why are they so important? Other than what we kind of glossed over, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Let's talk about some common themes that many of us experience. And trust me, you're not alone in this, even though you might not have spoken to anybody about this. I'm here with you. So it's you and me here. It's just you and me here. If you're in the car, you're not alone. So the themes I'm going to introduce you to, you may not have experienced them. And I'm mentioning these because these are, for the most part, universal. And so here we go. So for my entrepreneurial empaths and conscious creators out there, you'll find that some of these themes may resonate with challenges or situations you're currently facing. So first up, we have the classic falling dream. Side note, I hate heights, and I do have a plan to go skydiving. My wife really wants me to go skydiving, and that's just on that bucket list that, quote unquote, forever, next year. It's probably going to be like my 50th birthday. Anyways, have you ever found yourself plummeting into the abyss? This often signifies feelings of insecurity or loss of control. So let's face it, we've all felt at some point in our business journey or our life's journey, relationships, that feeling of loss of control. So next, being chased is a dream. I think, again, when I was a teen, chased all the freaking time. So here we go. This one's pretty self-explanatory. You're being chased by something or someone. For me, it was aliens and dinosaurs sometimes. Never like an evil person. So this could symbolize avoiding a situation that you should confront. Are you running away from a difficult conversation, a decision, person, people, place, or thing? Think about that. And then we also have the taking the exam dream, which is my recurring dream that I was able to finish, and we'll get to that shortly. You're sitting in a classroom, you're unprepared for a test. That's what most people are reflecting on, reflecting on self-evaluation and the fear of failing. For me, it was a little bit different, and I'll share why. So last but not least, teeth falling out. What the heck? When I found this out, I was like, I never had teeth falling out in my dream. This often relates to issues of self-esteem and appearance or fear of helplessness or aging. So remember, these are general interpretations, okay? So the real juice comes when you start to analyze these dreams in your journal and you write it down and half awake. And you're now reviewing your life and experiences, right? So I do want to add in that I just had to add it in. The naked dream. All right, so this is more common because I've spoken to people about this, and yeah, you're not alone. So if you've ever found yourself standing in front of a crowd, giving a presentation, or just going about your day and suddenly realize you're completely naked, yup, it's a classic, and that's happened to me like a couple of days ago. It wasn't naked. I was barefoot, which is very interesting. I got to look into that. Something about mode of travel, because your feet kind of get you places. So that dream often symbolizes vulnerability and shame. Well, duh. It could also represent feeling exposed in a situation where you'd rather have more privacy. So this could relate to the fear of putting yourself or your work out there for public scrutiny. Think about your energy being sucked dry from other people, and just from your thought process of people judging can drain you faster. And then at the same time, if you have negative people around you, there you go. What do you call them? Energy vampires. So a recap is we've covered falling dreams, being chased, taking exams, teeth falling out, and now being naked. Each of these themes can offer valuable insights into your subconscious mind, and especially when you consider them in the context of your own life experiences. So I invite you to think about these and what resonates with you, and feel free to shoot me an email. Go to newagehuman.com, and there'll be a contact. I'm curious to see what kind of dreams you have. Now, on to my personal story. So my personal story is actually taking an exam dream, and I didn't know that this was very common. So here we go. I started out with a surprise test. I'm in school, okay? And at this time, I wasn't in school for like almost 20 years. So I was just like, what's going on whenever I woke up? And each time I went to sleep and had the same dream, I kept forgetting that we had a test, and then it progressed to forgetting the classroom location. And then another dream was not knowing what the locker combo is. And then, is it left first, is it right first? And then a mix of all these bells ringing and going off, and I'm in the hallway trying to empty out my locker for my books. I don't even know what books I need, and everything falls to the floor. Everybody else seems to know where they're going, and then all of a sudden the hall is empty, and I'm like, what the so these kept recurring, and I was just getting pissed. And then there was one dream that spoke for them all, and it had nothing to do with the test, but it had everything to do with it. It was like my future self and my inner self. They're like, all right, what are we going to do? This guy just doesn't get it. So this is that last dream. So I've been you need some background here. So I've been fascinated by space and time travel, and think of Back to the Future and like all these like going to different planets and whatnot, Star Wars, you name it. I've been fascinated with space and other worlds since I was a child, and meeting other people and going to space was a dream. And I had a dream that I always wanted to, if I could, make a spacecraft and just go to other planets and like shake hands. So here's the dream. In this dream, I finally was chosen and trained and ready for a space flight to another planet. I did it. And then suddenly, I even had like the silver outfit. It was cool. It was futuristic. I suddenly, now in the dream, go from being ready to take off to I'm in this car with my mom on a scenic mountainside route to a vacation of sorts, some cabin in the woods. And something was bothering me. I'm in this car. I'm like, oh shit. I'm supposed to be at the rocket launch or the space launch, and it's my first space flight, and oh my god, I forgot. No. And then I woke up. I woke up and I'm like, what the frick? Oh my god. I missed my dream opportunity. Like no. I was in a cold sweat. I was upset. It was probably 3:00 in the morning. Who knows? I was frustrated. I was confused. The only thing on my mind was, I can never let that happen again. Like never. I thought I must be more organized in my life and plan better. And then boom, that's what it was. Think about it. The school, planning ahead, knowing what you're going to be doing, knowing that you have a test. This was a wake-up call for the urgency for me to improve my planning and preparedness. Now I put that to the test. I got a nice notebook. It's got like life goals in it and the weeks, months, days, down, everything in it. And I was able to stop the dream recurring. I changed a lot of things. And as you can guess, if you start planning ahead better and not trying to put everything into your phone or by memory, things will rapidly improve, and they have. And it's to the point where like I don't know what I would do without a planner. It's just there's a lot of opportunities that I was able to take advantage of and not miss out on. Let's just say that. So yeah, it took a dream that reached down deep, almost like someone has been watching me my whole life and knows exactly what I needed and experience to change. Think about that. So it's bonus time, and the bonus is a guide for you to help with understanding all of this. So here you go. This is a sneak peek to the guide. The guide goes deeper so that it may not be as easy as you think, because you may have recurring dreams and it might not be as obvious. If you want to go deeper, you got it. It's special for you. It's free. Go to newagehuman.com/recurring dreams, or just go into the show notes and just click on that. And if you have questions, just hit me up, shoot me an email. So sneak peek into next week. If you're still with me now, I appreciate you for sticking around, because here's a sneak peek into next week. We're talking about lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences, aka OBE. If you've never heard of that, think of something that's very close to that is sleep paralysis. I'm gonna leave it at there. So thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you liked the episode, share it with a friend. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and go ahead and join the newsletter as well. Till next time, see you later. Peace.